Welcome back. Doja Cat's new album, Scarlet, was a triumph for some, but it triggered others. Here at AU, however, we believe in democracy with a capital D, and we believe in the judicial system. So, for the first time ever in AU history, we're holding Night Court right here in the studio. Tonight we have Liv and Mia going head to head.
There are 7,164 episodes of Judge Judy currently on air. That is an episode every day for almost 20 years. But tonight is the most exciting television court drama you have ever seen. Welcome to Austin Underground Night Courts. Today, who am I joined with? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Marina. Oh, just kidding. Go ahead, Liv.
And I'm Liv.
Period.
And today we're going to run a pretty segmented thing. So let's start with opening statements. As the state, you have the right first to speak.
Okay. Your Honor, I find that Doja Cat's newest album, Scarlet, is a crime against humanity. I find it tired. I find it bored. Planet Her was so amazing. It maintained a consistent visual, sonic theme. She was in space. She was cool. She had features. It was amazing. It was fun. It was dynamic. Scarlet, to me, sounds like a Playboi Carti album. Nothing against Playboi Carti. Personally, not a fan. But this is even worse because it's tired. The vocals are plain, the flow is monotone, and the lyrics are uncreative. I'm just not a fan.
All right. And with that, I will turn it over to the defense. What do you have to say?
Well, I hate to break it to the state that this album, I argue, is more Doja than Doja's ever been Doja. Planet Her was her sellout album. That was not real Doja. So if you liked Planet Her, sorry guys, that wasn't her. So, ladies and gentlemen of the court, I sit before you today, not stand, sit before you today to argue that Doja Cat's latest album, Scarlet, is a powerful testament to creative freedom and unapologetic expression in music. Through provocative lyrics and themes, it challenges societal norms and embraces controversy as a means to furthering Doja's career. In a world that should celebrate authenticity and innovation in music, denying her the right she desires to create as an artist, her very artistic freedom is in jeopardy here. So I'm arguing on behalf of Doja's artistic freedom.
Thank you very much for the opening statements. I think you guys both have really solid arguments coming in, and I'm curious to see what you guys will do in a conversation format. Segment 2 is the debate section. You guys are welcome to have free conversation with each other to convince the other of your ideas. Go ahead.
I have a question for you, Marina.
Please, hit me.
How do you know that Planet Her was really a cash grab and those tweets weren't just her trolling on Twitter?
It very well could have been, but I believe that it wasn't, because if you listen to her old SoundCloud tapes that she posted before she was signed, they sound a lot more like Scarlet than Planet Her. Planet Her was a lot more pop, whereas Doja originally was very rap. So I think she brought that back on this album.
I do agree that she was originally more rap, but I feel like the rap sounded like the rapping on her old albums. This rapping has this more like monotone flow, when before she had this really interesting dynamic thing where she would go really high and she would change up the beat and then she would sing in really interesting voices, and now to me it's all just kind of the same on the whole album.
Interesting. I would say I don't agree. I think she still had fun on this album, a lot of fun. I think she poked a lot of fun at her haters, a lot of fun at her exes, a lot of fun at the tour she decided not to tour with The Weeknd. I think she still was really playful, but in a different way. She was really focusing on, I think, the shame that society has been placing on her lately. So it definitely had a more, I guess, angry tone to it, or like a revenge tone. Like it was almost like she was coming for revenge on everyone that was talking crap on her.
I definitely agree that the lyrics were revenge toned. I just personally found them a little silly at times.
Can I bring one up that I liked?
Yes.
Okay, this one isn't, I guess, revenge, but it was just one that I liked, okay? It was on. Gonna be honest, I didn't write what song it was on, but but you could look it up. So it says we F word too good when the beat kicks in. Like Fortnite, I'ma need your skin. Don't give a F where the male genitals have been. Like, that's real. She's just saying, like, I don't care what you've done. I love you, and it doesn't matter who else you've been with, because it's me and you.
I mean, that is a prolific witness to bring to the stand on the night of the trial. Do you have any witnesses to call to the stand at this time?
For this specific album, I don't have any quotes. I don't have any witnesses.
Okay.
But I do have a song title that I personally find disconcerting.
Proceed.
I believe it's track 3. I'll say, not sure if I can say this. So, Moist Muffin.
Ooh, love that one. Love that one. Yes.
I find that album so tired. That song so tired.
I wrote a little bit on this, so please get into it.
The title to me is off-putting because Doja always has been very sexual, sure, but it's in a cute, interesting way. And with this song,
Why is that title not cute to you?
because I feel like she's trying to be an edgelord. I feel like it's giving chat rooms. I feel like it's giving Reddit. I don't think it's giving sexy fun. I think it's giving like I'm so quirky.
Okay, you know,
My thoughts.
I get your point there, but my opinion on it is that she's reclaiming her sexuality the way that men always have. Like, men can say stuff about their sexuality that women can't. Like, if, let's say the title of this were, like, something like, my blank word's so big, like, it would be fine. Like, no one would question it on a rap album, but since it's a woman, people question it. So I'm gonna say I actually love that title, and I love what that song stands for.
I respect that take. I like her reclaiming her sexuality. I feel like she's always had such a strong connection to her sexuality, though. And now she's just being edgy for the sake of being edgy. Like, I don't know if it's this deep thing where she's trying to prove a point. I think she's definitely trying to prove a point. But I just don't know if it's the intentions that people are perceiving it as, you know? I feel like before she had some really beautiful lyrics, like In Love to Dream. Don't have any specific ones, but I just know it's a beautiful song. When I hear you speak, it really drives it deep.
Yeah.
Woke up in a sweat in the middle of the night. It's getting under my skin, baby. I wouldn't wonder why. Just like, so poetic. Versus now, I feel like it's just like constantly throwing digs at people, but not in the way that Megan does or someone like that, where it's like funny and slay, in just like a bitter way almost.
But why do we have to compare two female artists? Why can't we just appreciate them both?
Because Megan's not bitter, you know?
She is actually. Have you listened to NDA?
Yeah, but she's not bitter in this way. She's bitter in a fun way. You know what I mean?
I could see it, but maybe it's just, I don't know.
My biggest problem, though, isn't with the lyrics.
Okay.
The lyrics, to me, are fine. Honestly, like, if it was on Planet Her and it had that sound, she could have said whatever she wanted, and I would have defended her with, like, every bone in my body.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is the beats, the rhythm, her flow, her singing. To me, it doesn't have the same, like, changing it up and doing fun things and cute little backing vocals in the features. It's all so, like, to me, it's very plain.
Okay, I see. I think I really appreciate this album for when I am, like, feeling, like, stressed out or I'm not feeling my best. I think it really helps me get back into the headspace of, like, you are a bad bee, get your blank done, and, like, go do it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's very much that, whereas her past albums were very, like, cutesy, like, fun, girly, and, like, appreciate that and love all that, too. I love all of her old stuff, too. But yeah, I think she just really tried something different here, and I appreciate it. I think it worked, and who knows, she could take, like, her next album could be something completely different from this. I appreciate her trying something different.
I can agree.
Sorry, but at this time, I would like to pose a question to the jury regarding her recent activity on Twitter. So, how do we think that this is played into the album's writing or its marketing, and does that make the album better, or does it make the album worse? Whoever would like to answer.
I Well, first I would like to say I agree with you, and I totally see where you're coming from because Planet Her, that's me. That's my. Your Attention is my Planet Her, or
Okay.
Scarlet is my Planet Her. That's that album for me. And honestly, like when we were still kind of in the Planet Her cycle, her tweets, I was defending her. You can ask anyone in the old AU staff chat. I was in there like, she's done nothing wrong and she never could and never will, because I just love Planet Her so much. So her tweets, I really didn't care. I was like, good for her. But the album is just what got to me.
I get that.
What
So
are your
the tweets didn't factor into that at all.
No,
Your
I just-
decision.
I
I
was
like
defending
that.
her.
That's good. I feel like the tweets shouldn't factor into like the music.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would say that the tweets, if we're taking it at face value of what she said and kind of like dissing some of her fans a little bit, I would say she was dissing the fans that aren't her real fans.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So if you were upset by that tweet, then you're probably not a real fan. You know what I mean?
I agree. She was,
But I do think she needs to like back up her supporters and the people that are like that made her famous, you know?
true.
But that's what this album was kind of poking at, is like whether you're gonna talk bad about her, talk good about her, she's gonna take any talk about her and use it as fuel to build her career. You know what I mean? Because now that she's this huge artist, whether she has good controversy, bad, or good publicity, bad controversy, any of that, she's still gonna make money off of it. Because guess what? You're making her more known. She's gonna take that money and then create the art that she wants to create, and be able to have that creative freedom without a label telling her what she should do.
Ultimately, I respect that. I respect her creative decision. If Doja ever does see this, I still love you, baby. But it's just not my album. Planet Her will forever be my girl, I think. And that will never change.
All right.
Are you bad at letting go? No, I'm kidding. I'm playing. I'm kidding.
Order. And with that, I think we're going to send it to the closing statements. Just take a brief second, summarize your arguments, and provide a few sentences to the jury as to why Doja should be convicted or acquitted. As the state, you have the right to go first.
Again. Okay. Your Honor, jury, I find that although Planet Her is my album forever, and although I respect Doja for trying something new, for reclaiming her sound on Scarlet, I don't think it went well. And that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, Your Honor and jury, thank you for listening to us today. I would just like to say that in conclusion, I urge this court to recognize the artistic significance of Doja Cat's album Scarlet, all of the work and time that she put into it, and just how she's, using her societal shame. We've all felt that emotion before. We all know what shame feels like, She's using that and turning it into something positive and making it into a boss move. So I think really just, despite the controversy that she's been facing, I think you should just think about the importance of artistic freedoms and why we should value that in society. And yeah.
And with that, all is said that will be said, and we will send it over to the jury to discuss for a moment and then make their final decision on the fate of Doja Cat.
Okay. That high score?
Oh, really? I'm looking down. I'm sorry, but I love Doja Cat. I have also been a Doja Cat stan for a very long time. But I have to say, if this is about the album, Gerda's album was not good.
I mean, I can't say much. I think you're not state, you're defendant. I think our defendant came really prepared for the case, and I respect preparation. So.
I love that in this debate, she was compared to other artists. There was tweets, there was quotes from songs. So with all that information, I stick with my answer, and I'm for this album, and I'm so excited to listen and just experience like Doja has to say.
All right.
you.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say thank you, ladies of the jury. I respect your decision, and thank you for sticking with me.
I know what it's like to be there. Anyone got in the tweets?
Now, to finish off our segment, do you have any closing remarks?
Well, I have to sentence Doja Cat.
Oh, right.
So, by a vote of 2-1, the jury of Austin Underground Night Trial has acquitted Doja Cat of all charges. She is free to make all music in the future.
Yeah! Woo! Doja! Artistic freedom!
Thank you, Your Honor.
Even if you don't like it.
And now to close off our segment, we will also reward our wonderful judge as our volunteer member of the week. And back to the hosts.
That was a riveting segment. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised if Doja Cat jumped through the ceiling and gave some kind of testimony herself. But thank you for tuning in today.
And remember, if you want more of Austin Underground's latest content, make sure to check out our social media at Austin Underground and our website, austinunderground.org.
But for now, we'll see you next week. Goodbye.